What's going on YouTube? It's me, Oz, here from Hoops on X4 Productions here. Now, as you probably see at the title of the video, um, I want to basically go over the professional drones and how dangerous they really are. Now, there's these $1,000 to $2,000 professional drones that are used for aerial photography and videography. They've been really popular for this past 2 years. And because of them being so popular, people have been using them more and more. However, not all drones are used for videography and photography. Most of them are just used for flying around only. Now, these professional drones are powered by four brushless motors that run at 1,200 kV. That's a very fast rate. Now, because of these motors are very powerful, and as I said, because of them being powerful, they can cause injuries to your hand. I've seen people cut their hands, their fingers, and almost decapitating their wrist. Now, I'm not saying that these drones are powerful enough to literally cut your fingers off, but they can cause serious damage, and that's why the FAA wants to regulate these drones, so that they want to make sure that nobody gets hurt. People have been known to fly drones into people by accident, and I would say that person wouldn't be very happy. He could have some eye injuries to his face or some permanent damage to his neck too, where there's a lot of organs in there that are very important, or arteries, I should say. And people have been known to do that. Now, drones that exceed the limit of 0.55 pounds need to be registered by FAA. Now, it's not that bad because they only charge you about $5 a month, which isn't bad. But then again, I think it's stupid. But, however, people have been known to use drones to places that are not supposed where they're not supposed to be used at, such as airports. In fact, drones are a big threat to aircraft landing and taking off, commercial aircraft especially. Now, what the FAA is afraid of is they're afraid of people flying over the airport and the drone could get sucked right through the engine and causing the engine to either flame up or be badly damaged. That's what they're afraid of. Now, according to FAA, you cannot fly your drone more than 500 feet, or at least 400, 500 feet, I should say. So that's obviously, you can't fly no longer up to maybe 15,000 feet. You're only allowed to fly up to 500 feet. So getting back to the injuries, if you go on YouTube, if you go on the internet, you'll see of how many people hurt themselves with drones. And these drones are very, very powerful, and they can be very dangerous. Now, there was this concert where this singer, I think it was, what drone was that? It was a DJI, the DJI inspired drone. He was holding in his hands, and he got cut pretty badly. Like, he had blood on his shirt. I mean, he got cut pretty badly on his hand. And you can definitely, that probably must have hurt. Of course, he probably shouldn't have hold the drone like that. I'm sure a lot of you probably watched this video. But anyways, he probably should most likely never hold the drone like that. He probably should have held it at the bottom where the landing gear is. But I guess he didn't realize that now he got cut, and he probably has to go to hospital to get some treatment. But anyways, now drone companies have created safety. There's been new technology in place for these drones that will prevent anybody from being cut. For example, there are newer drones out there that if you hold the drone and try to hand launch it, it won't start. That's a good thing to make sure you don't have. Obviously, that's a good thing since you don't have to worry about you don't have to worry about your hands being clipped while you're trying to hand launch it. The second feature is if the drone, or if you're holding the drone, if you're trying to pick it up while it's running, it will automatically shut off. So you don't have to worry about your fingers, as I said, being clipped or whatever injury you have. So you just have to be very careful with these drones and make sure you take good care of them. And just watch what you're doing. Just make sure you don't get your hands clipped. But I'm sure a lot of people, I haven't heard of any incidents recently about drone injuries, which is always a good thing because now everybody's realizing that that you must handle these drones with care and don't fly them more than 500 feet or fly them at airports and unrestricted airspace. Now, for me, I will, at my neighborhood, I'm still in restricted airspace, if that makes any sense. I didn't realize until my friend told me at work, but it turns out that where I live, where my house is, I can't fly any professional drones outside, which kind of disappointed me a little bit. I didn't realize I didn't realize that I was still in restricted airspace. In fact, the Oceania airspace, the Oceania Naval Base is down that way. So then again, we have to be, I don't know. But besides the point, this was really disappointing to me because I thought that I was going to be able to fly a professional drone, but I guess I won't be able to. But then again. However, I am going to be getting myself my first brushless quadcopter that I'm going to be getting this Christmas. It's about $175 on Amazon. This is the one that I can fly because it's not meant for those professional ones that are used for photography. It's just for something to practice on if you are planning to buy an aero video platform. But anyways, this video is already about 7 minutes, but I thought I would share this with you. But anyways, it's me, Hoops on Export Productions here, signing off.